Hello everyone, welcome back to ZOR Pilgrimage of the Slorfs. Last time we beat the boss, but what happened was there was an update in between then and me coming back to resume my game and the save file was lost. That's fine, it's early access and all that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a pilgrimage and I'm not going to stop playing until I've either beaten the pilgrimage or we lose. Obviously I'll chop that up into episodes, but I'm not going to step away. So, fresh pilgrimage, because if I click continue, it's a brand new game. Give me a fresh one. Right, map number 1. The first priority here always is getting 3 sticks. So, there's our dead tree with sticks on it, and there's 2 sticks there. Otherwise, we've got the 3 enemies to get rid of and a recipe. So, start me off. That's going to come down 1. That might come down 1. Start me off with 2 steps over to here. And we are going to walk 1 towards this tree. They walk, they walk, they walk. Right, this one is up a ledge, which means it's 1 extra action to attack up a cliffside at any time. So I'm going to explore for 2 actions, take 1 step away, and then attack that guy. Here we draw a harvest card at a perfect moment, so we're going to harvest this tree for sticks. They walk, they walk. So this creature is now on the same level as us. They have 2 HP. Motivation gives us 3 actions. Our first action can attack for 1. And then our second attack costs 2 actions, which we have. So they get killed as well. Here we still have loads of food to spend, so let's walk over here. We've got XP to gather, sticks, recipes, all that good stuff. This guy needs to be hit for 1, so let's spend our water to do that, because our water isn't as precious to us. The enemies are cleared. We now just have to get all the resources we want before the end of the map. So, give me a walk to there. Give me a motivation. We can step to here for 1, and then for 2 actions we can climb this cliff. And here we have 2 actions on lazy. That lets us climb the cliff for the recipe. Sharp stick. And everything else is just terrain, mushrooms, or overgrown weeds. None of that is anything we need for resources, so we can play our make camp card. And we're away. So the first map always offers up 3 sticks, so when we come to crafting, we now have a choice of a small fire for +2 max food, or planning for +1 hand size and scouting. I'm going to take the food to start. And then if we go look at our deck, we have 3 XP crystals to spend. Normally, I like upgrading and explore to something more interesting to start, so let's do that. We'll get 3 options out of a pool of 11 possibilities. Hike, 3 food for 4 actions. Encourage, 3 food for 3 actions, Aura, +1 Slorf actions within an area of 1, or Caution, give Slorf 1 action, 1 armor. I've never seen Caution before. I've seen armor before. But I think hike is just too good not to take. 4 actions to do what we want with. We can travel really far, we can move 1, attack twice. Just a whole load of good options there. So after chilling by the fire, we will start the next day. I rehydrate slightly. Okay. So, 3 enemies. We've got Grimp there. Grimp Runt there, and another Grimp way back here. On this side, the only real thing of interest is this branch. Then down here we've got sticks, a tree with sticks, dry grass, a petroglyph, more sticks, more sticks, more sticks, and another petroglyph. Here we have a turret. That turret, underflock cannon, hostile, activated if Slorf steps in front 3 hexes. If active, attacks for 1 damage in range 3 at end of round. But this one does not rotate, which is important. There's also this grass here. We can hide from enemies in it, or we can use the harvest card to collect it. So the very first thing I'm going to do is come back for this branch here, because it's the only thing in this direction I actually want, apart from obviously killing the enemies and getting their XP. So I'm going to hike 1, 2, 3. No XP or resources, so we can take another step backwards. We now have picked up a branch that will attack adjacent target for 2 damage with 1 blunt. Blunt evade is ignored. Consume destroys the card when used. Or we can discard the card no cost. It doesn't get consumed, we just get to pass. This is going to walk 1. What are we going to draw into? We still have motivation. We have explore and lazy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk 1 to there. There's no fish in these ponds, is there? Pond, pond, spikes. Pond, 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 pond. No fish there. Right here, this guy is always going to move away from the spikes. Underflock nest. Enter 1 damage unless flying. So what I probably want to do is move towards here, hop the gap, attack within here, and then escape that way if possible. From here, we should be able to go 1, 2, 3 and stay out of the attack range of the cannon. So let's get moving. There's mushrooms here we can eat on the way, which is good. Or we could play a water-based card and then get water back immediately while we're adjacent to a pond. Because lazy is not exactly the best card. Also, Hulga needs an attack move card, and we only have lazy right now. So, in fact, what we will do is discard, swipe. We refill that water. Now, we did grab an explore, which is great, so we can attack for 1. Then we don't have the 2 attack cost to hit it again, but we can take a step back. Then that moves. This moves towards us. We now have an opportunity to attack the Grimp again before getting attacked ourselves. As for what to do here, if we move 1, 2, 3, the spikes will then be up, and that's no good to us. So let's move 2. Here we can use walk to attack for 1. They move back, the spikes move again. Here, I want the spikes to be down. So this turn, I'm just going to harvest these mushrooms. Here, we have 6 food there, 6 food here. So I'm going to motivate on this side, because motivate is 3 actions, hike is 4, and I'd like to be able to go 1, 2, 3, attack next turn when this is moved away. So here, we're going to motivate, grab that, step to here. They move away, spikes go down. Then we can hike and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's a big one. I don't know why my brain thought it was a little one. Well, in any case, to get here, we were either going to have to walk in, attack, and then step back onto the spikes, or get attacked. So, not much else we could have done about that, I suppose. Here, let's just get these sticks first. We get attacked for 1. Then I'm just going to swipe for 1, because that means we can retain water. We can get the meat to refill our food. Here. Just going to take 2 steps to there. Oh god. Why am I so dumb? Alright, making all kinds of mistakes already. Here, we want to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before stepping out. We don't have such luxuries though, so we have 3 food. Let's go 1, 2 onto this food. And then motivate can let me collect the food and the grass, but not this concealed grass or this dead tree. But we don't have our harvest card yet, so there's not much else I can do about that, really. So let's come towards the petroglyph. We avoid getting shot a second time. Hike or walk? I think hike is going to be better served going over there. So here, we will just walk one onto this recipe. We learn about the hiking staff. And here, we will hike one, get a recipe. We learn about a day fire. 2, 4. I can't count, clearly. Here, lazy will cause us to lose health because we only have 2 food available, and this costs 3, and the overflow would be spent in health. So I'm just going to discard branch. Here, harvest is great. We can grab that stick. Here, we can walk onto that stick. And it's just this grass left here. We have 6 food. I'm actually going to discard swipe to wait for a bigger walk card to get past this alley of being attacked. Here we have 1 food left, so we'll play that. Don't love it, but you know. Motivation can be played here for free. We have loads of food left, so I'm going to walk to there, but not stand in sight of the turret. Harvest is what I want, so we're going to play motivation here. We can actually attack this twice. We draw the other card we have, the other attack, we could attack it one last time. But here we can hike. We can stand here. We refill our water, which is lovely. They shoot nothing. Right. If we want to play something, we have to play our harvest card, which uses our water, but that means that Hulga doesn't have the harvest card available. We do get swipe next. We can only harvest this to get the grass out of it. Is it worth losing 1 health to get 1 more grass? I think right now, no. So, unfortunately, we can't make this last part of the turn work, so we're just going to make camp. But we got a pretty decent haul out of all that. So back to crafting. We can make a cozy fire, +2 more max food, and a deck slot. Let's do that. And we also have enough for planning with 3 sticks, increase our hand size and our scouting level. Now, if we go to the map, we can see this is fortified hatchery rather than an unknown encounter. Go back to our deck. We have 3 experience. What do we want to upgrade next? Let's upgrade our harvest card, I think. We can go cheaper or something further away from us. I like further away from us because it means less actions that have to be spent getting closer to something. And then we're ready to go to encounter number 3. Away we go. Okay. So, fortified hatchery means we have bug eggs around. Hatches if a Slorf moves adjacent, becomes inactive in the evenings being after all the enemies have been cleared. What else do we have? Lots of mushrooms over here. A ripening grub. A rock grimp. A grimp runt. Sticks, stones, and triobelisks, where we can learn new cards. Or rather, get new cards. Rather than learning a recipe, we actually get the card to keep in the deck. And over here, we've got a tough bug, a spit bug, more mushrooms, sticks, a petroglyph, a fish pond with a fish in it. So lots of stuff going on. We're over here right now. If we want to pass into all of this, we've either got to go via the tangled roots or the bug egg. And over here, these guys get 2 actions, which is rather unpleasant. So obviously we start with orange Gorb. I'd rather not hatch more enemies if it can be helped. The other thing we can do is, these 3 tiles here are elevated. If we're stood here, these 2 creatures have 1 action each, which means they can never attack up at us down from the cliff. So that's going to be advantageous. So what I might do, in fact, they get 2 actions apiece. This one's attacking at range 2. Let's walk to here. And here I'm going to hike. Go 1, 2. If we attack them, they will block, and then they will hit us. They have 2 actions, so they can move 2 and then attack us. So we'd have to step way back. I'm going to do that. Let them come to us. They move. They move. They move. This ripens a little. I was hoping to draw motivation. There it is. So over here we can do basically whatever we want. I'm going to explore up this cliff. Then we draw our last card, motivation. 3 actions. First action attacks the armor. Second attack for 2 actions. Kills the creature. Nice and safe over there. We shuffle the deck. Redraw. So ripening grub will give us 3 food back right now. Where do we want to be working towards? Probably via the XP, although if we come this way, we can do stuff without disturbing this bug egg to start. I think this ripening grub maxes out at +5, but I want to be up here on the cliff, and so to do that, I either have to wake up this bug egg or move down the cliff into the tangled roots. So we are going to explore to here. That's going to wake this guy up. Oh, it's a pile of goo. I thought it was going to be a bug, but that's fine by me. I can attack down the cliff into that one. My food is maxed, and I'm on the ripening grub. That seems like it could be a bug. I'm gonna just pause and take a screenshot of that for the devs. Right, that is reported. I think that's a bug anyway. Right, whose turn is it? It's Hulga's turn. So that's going to move towards us. We can start attacking down the cliff at it. Over here. Let's simply move 2 to there. Now we can start attacking down the cliff at our heart's content. We want to make sure we save 2 water to spend this forage card on this Tribalist, because there's no water on this side of the map. But we can swipe for 1 without issue. Break some of its health. This could be a bug, it could be something else. We can also harvest this or destroy it to spawn sticks. So let's hike. Step here, you spawn into a basic guard bug. Kill you. And with 2 more actions, we could destroy this for sticks, or we could go up and get some more food, or we could walk towards the pond. Let's get the extra sticks. The bug is now worth 5 underneath us. We want to attack this again, but it's moved away from our cliff of safety. So, shall we step down onto the goo? Goo is a resource, but not a card, evidently. Then here, we have motivation, we have hike. Let's walk onto those sticks. They walk towards us. That one flies away and now is gone permanently. It doesn't replenish with a new one. Here, with hike, we can attack them twice. With motivation, we can attack them twice, but I want to hit them and then step away, really. So, we hit them once, their block is gone, then we step away. Yeah, we need to play motivation to get some mushrooms, because we are low on food. They step towards us. We can happily play hike. Attack once, attack again. Loads of stuff to collect. Fortunately, they've dropped some meat for us, so we have one action remaining. Let's do the thing furthest away. Grimp shell. Then we want the petroglyph. I would like to fish in the pond if I could. I'd like these sticks, but that's all that remains over here. So, let's start with lazy, get sticks and step down. Yeah, it's going to have to be explore. Do step one, step again. I will happily walk one onto this recipe. We learn about battle staffs. Right. I want to forage this. However, I could use a Grimp shell. Harvest adjacent tile. If you gain a card or a resource, gain 2. So I could get 2 cards out of this Tribalisk instead of 1. It would mean spending the Grimp shell, but I think that would probably be worth it. We still have 6 food. So let's motivate ourselves up the cliff and back down. Then here we can play forage to get the fish. Now here we can walk one to get the stick. Here we can discard swipe because our water is going to refill from the ponds. I will motivate just to gather that rock. Here we can discard the fish. It's not lost, it's just discarded. And then here we will use the Grimp shell on the obelisk. New card, Scrounge. Give Slorf 2 actions, +1 to food gained when entering a tile. Hop. Slorf will jump to any tile within range 2. Dash. Give Slorf 4 actions, may not attack, only interact with the final tile. I'm going to go for a hop. Where's my second card? Excuse me? Don't think that is intended behavior. Well, in any case, we have every resource out of this level, so let's make camp. Oh wait, I got 2 copies of Hop. It did work. I was expecting 2 offers of choices of cards, but no, we have 2 hops. That's fine. Make some camp. Right, what crafting do we have now with goo? We can make cord supply, add bandage and an affect deck slot, or training dummy, gain card swipe. Over here we can make a walking stick, give Slorf 2 actions, does not reshuffle, or a sharp stick, attack for 2 damage, piercing armor is ignored. How's our deck looking right now? We only have... I don't want to take the stone into combat with me, really. I'd rather it not be lost as a resource. So maybe we make a sharp stick to replace that. Although, if we come back to crafting, if we do a training dummy, we get a swipe card. So let's do that. And if we go back to our deck, We used our rock to make that, I guess, didn't we? So the rock was lost, replaced with an extra swipe. We have 6 XP, which is loads. What do I want to upgrade? We also have all of these extra movement cards now, many of which are very cheap, which I quite like. I'm tempted to upgrade Hike again, because then it becomes a 3-cost 6 actions, which is just absurd. So let's do that. And then with 2 remaining, I think it's about time we upgraded one of our attacks. So 3 random upgrades out of a choose from 3 upgrades out of a pool of 7. Punch. Attack adjacent target for 2 damage and knock it back 1 tile. Does not reshuffle. Bite. Attack adjacent target for 1 damage. Gain 1 food. Glare. Attack target in range 2 for 1 piercing damage. Target is immobilized for 1 turn. I love a good ranged attack, especially when we don't have a nut flinger yet. So with that, let's go back to the map. We will do the rejuvenating roots, and then that is 4 of the 8 tile encounters. So we'll do this and then probably stop for the day. Right, first thing I see is this eye. I want to collect it. It's good resource that. Second thing I see is whatever this is. An underflock blaster. Hostile. Activated if Slorf steps adjacent. If active, attacks for 1 damage to all adjacent tiles. Well, that's not bad, because it will remove some of these overgrown weeds for us. Here we have a Root Mother. Spreads tangled roots each turn. Over here we have a Root Mother. Spreads tangled roots. Down here we have a Gustwood. Pushes enemies in the direction of the wind, as indicated by the arrows you can see in the wind's path. There's some grass there, some stones there, a couple of ponds, sticks, a aloe tree, a mending glyph, more sticks. Alright, where do we begin? We're being pushed this direction. So, this guy has 2 health. This guy is not going to be pushed to the left because the tile on the left-hand border of him, it does not have space. So we're going to be pushed that way, and then they're going to have an opportunity to attack us immediately, which is unideal. The other thing we could do is if we motivate 1, 2, then attack here, we're going to be pushed this way and then be out of range of this guy, because the Gustwood is going first in the initiative order. Here, I think I want to just take a step towards this eye. We pick up the Grim Pie. Everything gets pushed. You make roots. You make roots. You move. You attack those weeds. It says attack all adjacent tiles for 1 damage. But these were dense overgrown weeds that were attacked for 2, so not sure if that was intended. In any case, over here, we definitely want to kill the Grimp first. We both have 9 HP, so we each equally benefit from the mending glyph. So let's just spend and explore to hit that. We'll come back for that fur in a minute. These burrowing grubs lose value over time, so we don't want to lose too much value there. Trek for 6 actions is loads. The Gustwood is pushing that way. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we get pushed onto that tile there, being much closer to that Root Mother. I think now is as good a time as any to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we're being pushed that way. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get pushed further away. No, I think this will be fine. So that thing's on its guard. We get pushed. You make some more roots. When the Root Mothers are killed, all of the roots that they created are lost forever, which is obviously good for us. I think here, right now, I'm actually going to hop over to this tile there. And here, we could attack with glare. That wouldn't be the worst thing to do in the world. I want to forage the aloe tree with our forage card. We need to attack this root mother one way or another. So let's do that. We get pushed closer. We don't get pushed anywhere. You make more roots. So now we want to kill this root mother. We don't have any particularly good attack cards. But we are getting pushed this way now. So if we use lazy, we can only attack for 1 because we don't have the extra action to attack for 2 afterwards. So I'm actually just going to forage this now. We have a healing pod. Restores 2 health to Slorf. Share also applies to adjacent Slorfs. Over here, let's just walk for 1 and hit the tree. Get pushed, we eat the mushrooms we move into. Now we're getting pushed down, but we can't occupy this aloe tree tile. So we can hop back to here. Swipe the tree. Neither of us have tiles to be pushed into. Shrek. This thing has 4 HP. The first attack is 1, the second attack is 2, the third attack is 3. That's 6 actions. So we can go 1, 3, 6. Over here, they only have 1 HP left. Hop. Jump Slorf to any tile. We can't attack with Hop. So we're going to probably play lazy. Which way are we being blown? We're currently being blown away from this tree. So let's do that, then step into the XP before we get blown away. 2 hop cards is not ideal. Which way are we being blown? Left. We're not going to go anywhere, so let's just discard the healing pod. Here, happy enough to jump for 1 to there, then we'll get pushed into the recipe. We learn about clubs. For an explore card, we can hit the tree, get 2 XP for standing on the insight glyph beneath it. Then here, we're now getting pushed up that direction. So let's just hop to here. Let's see, we want to... That's going to have no food value. Mushroom patch is fine, but I definitely want the fur and this stuff. So we just need to come in this general direction. So I think right now we're just going to discard a fish. We're being pushed away, which is annoying. I'm going to forage this mushroom. Oh no. We only have 1 water. I'm going to discard a Grimpie then. We've got very resource low over here. Up here, we're being pushed to the right, so we can walk 1, then get pushed over. Motivation. We're being pushed to the right. 1, 2, 3 gets us pushed over towards here. Need some food, but to harvest this is really expensive. Being pushed to the right. I dislike all of this. Are we going to get enough going? The problem is we need to have cards that we can discard safely. So just staying up here the whole time this guy comes down This guy can probably get like mushrooms, fur, water, but up here we still have to play cards every turn. So I think it's the lesser of evils right now to forage this mushroom, take 1 thirst damage to replenish our food. I just want a hop card to hop over all this stuff. We're being blown down right now. I want you to play the motivation, really. So here... harvest to remove, we only have 1 water. Let's swipe this. We're being pushed down to the right. So we can motivate. Yeah. Then the tree pushes us before this thing shoots. Good. Yeah. Now we can hop. Or would I rather you hop? Yes. We're going to explore, hit this, take a step forward. Trek for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably worth it. We're going to trek to here. We replenish our water as we pass by the pond. So now I'm most interested in getting these mushrooms and this fur. We're being pushed left next, so we can just walk to these mushrooms. We want to attack the tree. We have full water. So let's do that. We can be lazy, grab the food, grab the fur. 2 HP here. We can just explore, hit them. End our turn, I think. Don't get pushed anywhere. I'd love to get to this mending glyph, if possible. No reason not to. We can play Trek again. Which is going to let us go hit. So that was 1 action. This is 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Here, I want to get to that healing thing. Get some HP back. Here, we're going to forage a stone. We're going to discard that stone. We're going to motivate ourselves to these sticks. And I think that is all the resources on the board. Good, let's make camp. Super. So, back to camping. Check our crafting possibilities. We've got a bunch of good stuff there. I don't know if we need aloe to do anything specific otherwise. Comfy pillows, heal 1 each camp is pretty good. Inspiring figure, gain 1 XP each camp. Is that changed? I don't remember this. Crafting cards, we can craft a sharp stick or a walking stick. I don't really care too much about those at this time. So let's get comfy pillows. We now heal 1 every time we camp. That's lovely. That didn't increase our max health, did it? +1. No, I don't think so. Anything else we want? Can't do anything here. Not interested in a sharp stick or a walking stick. We check out our deck. We now have even more options. So the fish and the grim pie are just occupying the stuff slots. We have 6 XP. How does glare upgrade? Intimidate. Attack target in range 2 for 1 piercing damage. Target is immobilized for 2 turns. So immobilize is no movement, not no attacking. We could upgrade our other swipe. Trek is already maxed out. We could bring the cost of lazy down to a standard explore. How does hop upgrade? Jump 3. Jump Slorf to any tile within 3 range. Alright, let's get a superior hop going. Think. Do we do that, or do we make forage range 3? Harvest a tile within range 3 is so good. Let's do this. What's the next thing on our map? Dusty Altar. No idea. 3 XP remaining. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? We could do a swipe. Change that to something different. More varied attacking. We could upgrade our other explore to some other kind of movement thing. Glare. Let's do glare. Let's make immobilize for 2 turns. Alright, that is all of our upgrading. For me, I'm going to jump into the next encounter immediately. For you guys, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.